So I recently posted a video on 5 hard questions to answer during the interview process. One of those questions was, why did you leave your last job? Or why are you looking to leave your current job? Hey, I'm Abby and welcome back to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today I would like to share with you my advice on how you can go about answering that hard question. Before we jump into that, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're looking forward to learning a little bit more about this concept. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. So, like I mentioned, this question, why are you leaving your current job or why did you leave your last job, can be a tricky, hard question to answer during the interview process. I discussed this question just briefly in one of my recent videos about the 5 hardest interview questions to answer. So let's dive a little bit deeper into it. When it comes to answering this question, why do you want to leave or why did you leave? You can be your own worst enemy. So you want to make sure that you are prepared to answer this question if it does come up. The reason you can be your own worst enemy is because what you say can be red flags to the employer that you're interviewing with. So here's what to avoid doing. So let's process through this really quick. If you are considering leaving your job, what are some of the reasons why you might be choosing to leave? Well, you might hate your boss, you might hate your coworkers, you might hate your commute. Maybe the work that you're doing doesn't challenge or excite you. Maybe this job doesn't allow you the type of life-work balance that you're looking to achieve. Maybe it's got a really strict and rigid schedule and you like a little bit more flexibility. Maybe it gives you a lot of stress and anxiety and you're starting to burn out. Maybe you are no longer connected to or passionate about the work that you're doing or even the organization that you're working for. And maybe even money is a factor. Maybe you feel like you're underpaid and undervalued. So you're looking for more money and a better opportunity. So some of those things are good to share and others are not so great for public consumption. Now, it might feel great to vent about your boss. It might feel great to vent about a terrible coworker and try to put yourself in good light and them in the bad light. But you do not want to throw them under the bus. There's a couple reasons for this. The first is the interviewer may not really care about your old boss or your colleagues. So focusing exclusively on quitting because of them is not necessarily the most effective choice. And while it might be important to mention that maybe you just didn't align very well with leadership, or maybe you realized that the direction the team was moving in was not a direction that you wanted to go in professionally, those are all things that you can admit, but you just want to avoid throwing people or the organization under the bus and really try to make them look bad and you look good. That's not going to help you in this interview process. So what should you do? Focus on the positive. Focus on the potential opportunities, the excitement of this new position. What excites you about this job? What excites you about the potential of this job? Think about growth and development. What does this new job give you? So if I were to answer this type of question, I would say something like, I'm choosing to look for a new job because I've realized that the professional growth and development of my current role is limited. So I'm looking to join an organization that will really support that growth and development so I can not only flourish as an employee, but continue to really highly contribute to the organization, their mission, their values, and their goals. Something like that. Now you will want to make sure that you can tailor it specifically to the job that you're applying to, your organization that you're applying to, and your given situation. But you want to spin whatever negativity might be causing you to leave this job into something positive. And maybe you have a really positive experience with your current employer and you're just looking for something that's a better fit for you and it's going to be perfectly amicable and fine. When it comes to job searching, employers want to know why you might be leaving. And actually, you can ask the employer that you're interviewing with something very similar, which is, why is this job vacant? Can you tell me a little bit about the person who was previously in this job and why they chose to leave? That can give you some insight and even raise some red flags for you. Maybe there's a lot of turnover in this position. Maybe the person who was in this position was in it for a very short period of time. Or maybe this is an entirely new position and no one has been in it before, and so this is something new and exciting. So asking those sorts of questions from both perspectives is great information and data for whoever to decide that this is going to be the best fit for them. Whether it's the organization deciding that you're going to be the perfect candidate for them, or you deciding that this organization and role is going to be the perfect fit for you. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please throw them in the comments box below. I love receiving questions and comments. I try to respond to each of them individually. So if you do leave me a comment, be patient. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. And as usual, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every Sunday. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.